have a little dried piece of brine shrimp here and a tuxedo urchin that is munching on whatever detritus buildup there may be on the surface of the water. So let's see if I can just drop this right in his mouth so we can watch him eat. They have the coolest mouth parts. Just 5 teeth that they use to scrape off the rock and whatnot. Well, algae on the rock, not the rock itself. And there it goes. Always on the move, always eating. I hear people say that urchins aren't the greatest members of a cleanup crew. Like, they don't do that much for algae and whatnot, but I don't know. My urchins, I have 2 of them. This is a 20-gallon long tank. I have a pincushion urchin and this tuxedo urchin, and they do a pretty fantastic job at eating everything. I also leave a little dead zone over here that I do not clean the wall, just so they always have a food supply, and I spot feed them as needed. But yeah, awesome little creatures, very fun to watch. I recently got this sand sifting sea star. I have seen a lot of conflicting ideas on whether or not these guys are easy to care for in a reef tank, but so far it's doing well. I mean, granted, it's only been in here for a couple of days, but it was skinny when I got it and it's fat now, so it's a good sign. I have tried to spot feed it brine shrimp, and it seems that it does not have any interest in eating it, so I have a little experiment that I've set up here. I buried some fresh shrimp, like fresh frozen shrimp right here. I buried some dried brine shrimp here and here, and I'm hoping to see that it will go after spot feeding if it is left underground for it and not just placed next to it, because when placed next to it, it seems that it wants nothing to do with any sort of food that's given to it. But yeah, this is a bit of an experimental tank. I'm gonna have a lot of people maybe thinking I'm a little crazy, but I am trying to set up a mantis shrimp reef tank. I have seen many people have success keeping mantis reef tanks, despite all of the common sayings and ideas of mantis shrimp keeping. I do think it is possible to keep them in a reef tank with some inhabitants. Of course, there's always a risk that it will end up killing an animal here and there, but from what I've seen, people have had success keeping them with invertebrates such as urchins and starfish, but we'll see. I'm still waiting as of now. All the corals are sleeping because it is night right now, so none of them are out. You can't have a good look at them, but I have some zoas and some clove polyps and pipe organs and whatnot. So yeah, it's going to be a beautiful little reef tank when it's finished. I got this tube for the mantis shrimp running all the way through the back of the tank here, all the way through the bottom and out the other end. So it'll have perfectly ample hiding space and complete darkness when it needs it. I do have 2 fish in here that I'm going to be trying to keep with it. Very small fish. One is a 6-lined wrasse, which I've seen a lot of people have success keeping with mantis shrimps, and the other is a maroon clownfish, which are known to be very aggressive. I am heavily considering removing the maroon clownfish just because it's not as agile as the wrasse is, and I think it probably has a higher chance of being harmed by a mantis shrimp than the wrasse does. So the clownfish is most likely going to go, but the wrasse I'm pretty sure will do just fine, given at how aggressive and fast they are. But yeah, this is my 20-gallon reef tank. It is a bit of a awkward time to be filming this now when all the corals are closed and you can't see any of the beauty of it, but regardless, it's coming together very nice. I purposefully do not sift the sand, and I let detritus build up for all of the cleanup crew that I have in here. I'm gonna have this be a mainly invertebrate tank. Like this is gonna be a reef tank just filled with invertebrates and a single fish once I remove the clown. But yeah, 25, or not 25, 20 gallon long reef tank. Stick around, see how it ends up.